Yeah, pretty concerning, guys, given that this happened not too far from where we're standing and where the president visited earlier this afternoon. Let's go ahead and take you to some video from the scene here. This happened near Northwest 87th Avenue and 27th Street. Doral police telling us there was a scuffle between a man and a couple of Trump supporters. The man tells police somehow his gun went off. He says by accident. Eventually, he was arrested. Police have not released his name or what he's being charged with.
We have two gentlemen who, for lack of better words, got into a verbal argument pursuant to their, let's say, individual political views. The argument escalated. One of the gentlemen produced a firearm and the weapon was discharged. Like I said, it's very preliminary. We have the gentleman detained and our detectives are conducting the investigation.
Back out live, I can tell you this happened about 20 to 30 minutes after the president arrived here at this church where he met with Venezuelan exiles, his second stop of the day.
We're going to Miami. We're going to
9:41 this morning, President Donald Trump leaves the White House on his way here to South Florida, which has become the epicenter in the fight against coronavirus. After the noon hour, the president lands at Miami International, greeted by local leaders, familiar faces for most of us. First stop for Mr. Trump, U.S. Southern Command, where he gets a preview of an operation targeting drug trafficking in the Caribbean, and Venezuela comes up.
The traffickers use their funds for nefarious purposes, among them to finance the regime of Nicolas Maduro, the illegitimate regime in Venezuela.
Greeted by supporters, our cameras there as he arrives at the Doral Jesus Worship Center, where the president holds a roundtable with Venezuelan exiles.
We imposed historic sanctions on the Maduro regime, and I ended the Obama-Biden sellout to the Castro regime in Cuba. We've been very strong on Cuba.
Has he done enough?
No.
Liz Alarcon, who's with Venezuelans with Biden, says President Trump is all talk, no action.
Spoken loudly and sternly and done little to back up those words.
In fact, she says, young Venezuelans fear they may have to go back after the Trump administration issued an order that foreign university students must go home if schools are fully online. They also criticized Trump for not providing temporary protected status to Venezuelans. Presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden is critical of the president's visit, calling it a distraction, while Floridians see coronavirus numbers skyrocket. And here's video from Sky 10. This is the last stop for the President of the United States. He ends his day in Hillsborough Beach for a private fundraiser at this ritzy home that you're looking at right now, where it's been reported by the Washington Post that those attending paid more than $500,000 per couple to be there and get to meet with the president. Let's take you over to some live pictures right now, because you can see the tarmac at Miami International Airport where Air Force One is waiting for the president. The president will then fly a short flight to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International, and from that point he will go up to Hillsborough Beach. For now, reporting live in Doral, I'm Hatzavala, Local 10 News.
The president raising campaign cash. Thanks a lot, Hatzel.